Pan-Africanpreneur. That's what I am. And I want more people to understand the value and why it's dope, you know what I'm saying, to travel. But it's even more important to make an impact when you travel. So I took my travel to another level. So when I say wheels up, we out. You know, we going to get a bag. I think the diaspora needs to come together and understand the value of, you know what I'm saying, group economics. They say that Black Americans, if we grouped our wealth, that we'd be equivalent to like the 10 wealthiest country in the world. And I think that is profound. I think a lot of us need to understand what that even means. Like, that's why we're killing each other. That's why they got us the way they got us, because they know that if we stay disconnected, that we would never unify. And unity is key. Unity is what we need, like, to unify, to come together and be like, yo, you know, you're my brother, I'm your brother. You know what I'm saying? I want to help you. I want to be a resource to you. How can we do that? And specifically across the borders. And that's why I created Pan-Africanpreneur, because I feel like I am a Pan-Africanpreneur. It was really a statement. I'm a Pan-Africanpreneur. You know what I'm saying? I'm an entrepreneur and I'm a Pan-Africanist. I believe that, you know, we should be looking to Africa to build Africa, to help Africa. We as, you know, Africans, people of African descent. So a lot of people want to say, oh, where we're from, and, you know, people from African descent just means a particular type of person who's melanated. It doesn't have to be that you're from Africa or your family, whatever, however you may feel is cool, but, you know, we know what it means. We got to stop creating division. There are a group of people who are melanated, who are, you know, crucified on this planet, right? Who are persecuted. So if we all come together and understand the value, and the people who are melanated all coming together and saying, hey, I'm here in America, I have access to certain resources, certain things that people who are in Africa don't have access to. So why not come together and bridge that gap? Why not me? I bring resources. I don't just go over here with this pompous attitude like I'm from America, everything from America is better, because that's like disrespectful to cultures. I go with an intention on learning the culture and being respectful of the culture. I think that's also a big part of being a Pan-Africanist and a Pan-Africanpreneur. If you're rocking with what I'm rocking with, is we're going over here, we're going different places where we need to understand the culture, and we need to, you know what I'm saying, take part in the culture and respect it. So when I do business in Zambia, where I have 3 different companies right now, I have an insurance brokerage, I have a microfinance company doing collateralized loans, and I have I want to say a company that has been doing government contracting. We was initially focused on energy and minerals, but we've opened up and started doing different things. And it's because, you know, there's a pathway there for us. Not to mention, you know, the US dollar goes further there. So all of those are kind of advantages of why we should be thinking as Pan-Africanpreneurs, because you have more power. And like, we hear about it all the time, power. Like, no, you have power if you think differently, if you think outside the box. But some of us allow ourselves to be boxed in, allow our minds to be boxed in, and we think within this box that is, you know, our geographical boundaries. I'm not going to say anything bad about the country I live in, because I live here for a reason. There's opportunity, right? I enjoy and love being American, but at the same time, I feel like a super, human, because I'm melanated. And I just have every example, you know, on the television when we look at certain people who, you know, what they show us in terms of athletic ability, you know, usually it appears that melanated people have, the inclination to be superior, you know, on that level. So yeah, I just feel like, you know, I'm not saying that there's a group of people that are inferior, none of that, but I'm saying I feel great about who I am as a melanated being. And I think that's something that we all have to be real with and be real with yourself about. Is like, if you're a melanated individual, why are you not going and looking to Africa as a place to invest, right? Why are you not trying to reach back and see who and what, you know, group you may have been a part? I've done my African ancestry. I'm part of the Capelle people who reside now in Liberia, but I also did my research on the Capelle people and understand they were once part of the Mali Empire, right? And if you do your research on the Mali Empire, you understand why we are who we are, right? It really started, you know, with the Mali Empire, and people talk about Mansa Musa, you know, but there was someone who came before Mansa Musa who was really the one who, I can't remember his name right now, but look, man, we got to do our research on who we are, where we came from, and we have to, you know, be intentful on reaching back, right? Some hard work to be done, but hard work isn't enough. Yeah, boy Dave, the broker, I'm a Pan-Africanpreneur. I do a lot of things here in the Atlanta area. in terms of real estate, but if you know me, 2026, my focus this year is to elevate my people and show them a whole different way. And that way right now is for us to get on the plane and go visit Zambia with me. You know, if you're cool with that, you know, I'll share more information, but I would love it if, you know, I could have a group that came with me to Zambia once or twice a year, you know, 2-3 times a year would be even greater, and stayed with me 9 to 10 days. And what that group would have the opportunity to do is to see investment opportunities in Zambia, see where I'm investing my money, meet my people, sharing contacts. I'm not here to be a gatekeeper at all. I would like to bring a group of people and give them access to my contact, give them the ability to invest with me, alongside me, and show them the things that I've done so that they know some of the things that may be fruitful and some of the things that you may want to run away from. I did that. What did Hope say?